Greetings guys, how are we all doing? A late one tonight, I think it's about 10 o'clock here at night time. So today we're going to fix this watch. Now if you watched, I think it's the last video I did, I bought this watch, put a new battery in it and it didn't work, and it came with another watch which was working. I put a battery in this and it's not working, so we're going to take it apart, and it's a bit rubbish, isn't it? It just needs a really good scrub, clean, detox, deep scratch on the glass there. You see that? The buttons seem to work all good, so that's one good thing. So we're going to take it apart. Hopefully we can get it working and give it a nice, good clean, polish the glass up. It's made in Korea as well, which means it's either 1994, 95, 96 era. So it's one of the early models. Yeah, that's me rabbiting on. Let's get to it. First things first, let's undo the back. Right, so we've tried a battery in it. I don't think it's worth redoing anything else. Let's try one. Should we just try that battery again? Take it out and back in again. Nothing. Let's do an AC reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, nothing at all. So let's just crack on with it and let's take it apart and let's see what's wrong with it. Right, first I'll guide you through this, so it'd be nice for you to know as well. So on this particular Casio, most Casios, if you're new here, the module, which is all the electronics, could all come out at once, and I should show you an example. Like that's the module. So sometimes a whole module can come out at once. On the very odd occasions, you can't, like this one here. So this one here all has to be taken out separately because there's a cage. So these screws actually hold the silver part. Now that silver part here, let me take these screws out. This part here holding the plastic frame, which is squashing down onto... And what battery actually run out? Oh my god, it's taken what, 8 months? Oh, no, it ain't run out. Jeez, what happened there? Maybe it is running out. I bought this Christmas. I've never charged it. And I've literally must have taken 1,000 screws out. Must have. Right, let's get back to it. So this is the cage squashing down on the PCB board. We undo the 4 screws. Now, what we can do is lift all this section out here, and it comes as one. Now, as we're taking it out, we've got to look out for these. So these here are in the correct position, which is good. And you know that because they've got little metal bits that fit into little grooves. So that's all good. Now the bit that is a problem, and it's always a problem, will always be the PCB board, which is the circuit board. So now we've got to lift this up here. Now if you can see here, let me just zoom in here. Some sort of corrosion. You see that there? What's going on there? And what's going there? I'm not sure what that problem is. So let's take the PCB board. Now, if the PCB board has been in there for about 20 years, this will be a little bit hard to remove. So what I would normally do is get a screwdriver. I'm getting one now. I'm going to fit in that hole. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. That's the one. So what you do is you stick it in the hole and you just bend your screwdriver and you just lift it up like that. Now be careful, if you're doing this exactly same watch, you see that infrared bulb there? That's the one that controls the infrared beam. So don't lift it up from this hole and push it up, because you're going to put all the pressure on that bulb, because that bulb sits into that part of the case. Lift it the opposite way. Lift it up. Now you've got to be careful that you're not pushing some of the buttons up, like all this, for example. Now all that needs to be back in here. So let's take this off. There, and let's stick that back. Now that goes back there. This is what controls the buttons. So let's put that back in here. And I just basically think it could be a PCB board cleaned. Another problem we've got here, is not a problem, sorry, is we've got to take this off now. And that will just come off quite easily. Like that. And we can just turn that upside down. So that will go here. Just drop that. Like you could just drop that in there and that'll be totally fine. And then these with the little buttons on it, that will go this way round inside there. And this should just slot in there quite easily. That's it. Leave that over there. That's all fine the way it is. Now what we've got to look at here is all these, something's happened here. Looks like a bit of water's got in, bit of corrosion. So we're gonna get some, we're gonna use a bit of this today and a cotton wool bud. Let me just get one. What I like to do is pour some, now this is 99% alcohol. Just put it on here and just leave it there to soak in while I have a sip of my tea. Just using a cotton bud here just to wipe it all down. Now while that's like that, we turn it around the opposite way and just hold the ends. You ain't got to touch your fingerprints on here. I do have some gloves, but I just not put them on. See all that dirt that's come off that? Right, so we're going to turn this cotton wool bud round, so we're going to do it on that side and go at it again. A lot more cleaner, well, sort of. Well, that's one side, that's the other side. Let's turn this round. Now I'm only just holding the ends, so I'm not touching anything with my fingers. I know what the finger brigade is. Hey, you touch it with your hands. Do you not worry about teaching other people that? not a bloody teacher. Right, that looks a lot cleaner. I might just give this one more go on this side. I'll have another little cotton bud here. Look. That's it. Look, no gunk coming out now. Now, hopefully this would just do the trick and get it all nice and working. We can only but hope. Right. Now we've done that, we're going to lower this back inside here, which will be this way. Like that. And then we're going to lower this inside here. And we're going to see. Now on another module, you can just put things halfway back and put the battery in and check it. With the CMD40, you cannot do that because everything has got to be put back in its place, and then you can try it. It would be an absolute travesty if we can't get this working, because it's one of them iconic watches that everybody remembers. Now it's a little knack when you do these. So you got all these buttons here, and you're trying to touch and hook over the little clips. So before you put any screws down, just push these back like that, get these screws, put them inside here. By the way, the piezo spring's missing from in here, I've just noticed. Do we think this is going to work without any problems? I think it's 50-50, though these CMD40s are very reliable. But if this has water damage or anything like that, then we're going to have some issues. You don't want to over tighten these either. Yeah, them buttons look pretty good. Right, let's put this back in here. Close this down. We have nothing so far. Let's do an AC reset. One, two, three, four, five. We've still got no power. What an absolute shame. Let's leave it there a bit longer. Now something on here may have failed, and that's why we have these little problems. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take these battery out. I'm going to give all this a really good clean. Really good clean, because all inside here needs it. And put it back. I don't know yet. I'm just want to think what to do. Yeah, I might just give this a really good clean and see how far we take it. First, I'm going to give the glass a good scrub. So I'm going to use this polish here. Oh God, I hate when it comes out like that. I'm going to give it a really good scrub. Look at that. That's beautiful. Right, I'm going to take it to the kitchen and I'm going to just put a toothbrush with some liquid over here and I'll be back. Oh, what a difference, eh? What a remarkable difference. And do you remember that big scratch that was on there and another scratch along here? Where's the scratch now, eh? Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. The question now is what we're going to do about the board, because the board is not working. So I'm going to try that battery again. It's a shame because that would have just been a nice little end to the video, wouldn't it? That working like that. Let's try that in again. Let me just wipe that a minute. Just put the battery back in and it's fired up. But it is, what's the word? Frozen. It might just need 24 hours of the battery in there. Which is odd. Let me give it another reset. So we put the AC reset there. And we turn it round. It's off now. As you can see, it's working. The condition is really good now, isn't it? But it's got this freeze. It's not working, so something is happening there. I'm unsure what is happening, but I might just leave it because what time is it now? Oh my god, it's like 5 to 11. 55 minutes I've been at this. Let me leave it 24 hours like it is, and we'll come back in the morning and see what it's like. But look at the condition. Beautiful. Right, give it 24 hours. It's now 7 in the morning, and look at this. It's actually working. Marvellous. Let's put the back on and let's try it properly. I'm just going to put some grease quickly on that because it didn't have one of these either. So, by the way, I've literally woke up 10 minutes ago. My voice is a bit groggy. Right, let's put one of these back on. Which way does this go? Probably this way. And we also need a piezo spring, which is here. Let me put this back on here quickly. Wipe this, and now we're going to put one of these inside here. Hopefully, when I put this on top, it'll be totally fine. Right, let me screw this back down. Now, I think this watch has turned out really, really well. Do you remember them big heavy scratches that were on here? Let's try the calculator. Marvellous. And we've got TV, VCR, and the learning mode. Beautiful. Wonderful. Right, I think that concludes the video. Oh, let me put some straps on so we finish it off at least. We gotta do it properly. Right, so where's my little thing? Let's put these on. So that goes on the top. And then we get the next one, put it down. Let's give it a little wipe over. And voila, what a beautiful. I think it's turned out really well, this watch. It's a bit of a pain in the end with a PCB board. But I think you can all agree it's turned out very nice. Right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Bye-bye.